Hi everyone, in this video I'll show how to install Ubuntu 26.04 in a dual boot with Windows without using a USB drive. So I'm going to download it, going to ubuntu.com and then going to download Ubuntu Desktop, and I'm going to download Intel or AMD 64-bit architecture. After, go into your downloads folder, and there's my file, and I'm going to mount it, hit enter or right click and mount, open. All right, it's been mounted on my computer. It's been mounted onto the G drive. And now I'm going to open up disk management, start disk management. So on my computer, I have a 476 gigabyte SSD, and I have Windows installed here. There's the UEFI partition that has the Windows boot files, my Windows C drive, and the Windows recovery partition. And at the bottom, we see here the ISO that I mounted. Now I mounted it here in Windows, so it's only seen here, and if I were to reboot, I won't be able to boot from it. So I'll be creating a new partition just for the installation media, so it's bootable. I'll be using some free space from my C drive. I have 217 gigabytes free, so more than enough free space. Right click, shrink volume, and the size is 6.07 gigabytes, so I'll do 6500. Shrink. All right, we see the unallocated space. Right click, new simple volume, next, next, next. The file system will be FAT32, and the volume label, I'll label it as ISO. Next, finish. All right, we see my new F drive, and I'm going to go back to Explorer, copy all the contents on my G drive, go to my new F drive, and paste. All right, everything's been copied over, going back into disk management. And so the ISO partition, once I'm done installing Ubuntu, I'll be reclaiming the space. And as long as you have a modern computer, your BIOS should be able to detect and boot from this partition. Now I'm going to reboot my computer and go into the BIOS. In your BIOS, ensure that Secure Boot is disabled, and if you have Fast Boot, disable it as well. And now I'm going to do a one-time boot into the installation media partition. It's labeled as UEFI OS, and how I can confirm that, go back into Windows, open up a command prompt as administrator, type in bcdedit space / enum space firmware. And at the bottom, you can see there's partition F, the F drive that was created, and the description UEFI OS. I'm going to boot into it. All right, it's booted into the partition, and I'm going to select the first option, try or install Ubuntu. All right, the installer starts up. Before installing, I'm going to prepare my drive. So I'm going to cancel. I'm going to go into gparted. Authenticate. Gparted is similar to disk management in Windows. And what I want to do is remove the boot flag from the UEFI partition. This is so that the installer will create a separate UEFI partition for Ubuntu. The UEFI partition is where the boot files are located. Now I could have used the existing UEFI partition, which is the first partition, the 200 megabyte partition, and this is where the Windows boot files are located. But Microsoft is known for removing anything not related to Windows in that partition. So to avoid that, I'll be creating a separate UEFI partition just for Ubuntu. So to remove the boot flag for it, I'm going to select it, right click, manage flags, and remove the boot flag, close. All right, and so it's been removed. And after I've installed Ubuntu, I'll be putting it back. I'm going to close gparted. And now I'm going to install Ubuntu. Next, next, next. Now I'm using a wired connection, but if you're using Wi-Fi, you can select connect to a Wi-Fi network. Select your network, or if you're using a hidden Wi-Fi network, select that. Put in the SSID. connect, put in the password, connect, and then next. Select interactive installation, next. Default selection, next. Install recommended proprietary software. I'm going to do that. Next. And I'll be selecting the first option here, install Ubuntu alongside the Windows Boot Manager. Next. All right, and it's asking to select the partition. And there's only one partition here, SDA3. This is where I have Windows installed. It's the NTFS partition. And so I can use the slider where I can fill in how much space. I'll set aside 100 gigabytes for Ubuntu. Next. And I'm going to go to Advanced Options. And I'm going to use LVM without encryption. LVM is Logical Volume Manager. It'll allow me to dynamically resize my disk when needed. Next. And here, put in your name, computer name, username, and password. And I'm selecting Require my password to log in, and I'm not using Active Directory. Next. Select your location. Next. And this is a summary screen to review your choices. So it's going to be installing Ubuntu alongside the Windows Boot Manager, and it's installing it on my disk here using the default selection, no encryption. It's going to be installing the codecs and drivers, scrolling down. And it's going to be resizing my C drive, and it's going to be creating a separate EFI partition for Ubuntu. And it's created another partition for /boot and another partition for everything else root. And then hit install. All right, it's installing, and I can go to the bottom right, select the icon, and it'll show the current status. Hit it again to get out of it. And so this will take a little bit of time to install. Okay, Ubuntu 26.04 is installed and ready to use. Restart to complete the installation or continue testing. Any changes you make will not be saved. So it's completed installing Ubuntu, and when I reboot, it should boot into Ubuntu, but to make sure, I'm going to reboot and then go into the BIOS to verify the boot order. Restart now. In my boot order, boot option number 1 is the Windows Boot Manager, boot option number 2 is UEFI OS, and boot option number 3 is Ubuntu. So I'll have to change it, so it's boot option number 1, and save changes and exit. Log in. All right, I've booted into Ubuntu. Get the welcome screen. Next, 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 finish. Now I'm going to go into Gparted again, but first I'll have to install it. So going into the App Center, search for Gparted, install. Put in my password, close the App Center. I'm going to go into Gparted, put in my password. All right, so dev SDA1. I'm going to put the boot flag back. Right click, manage flags. Put the boot flag back. Close. And the ISO partition here, I no longer need it. So I'm going to delete it. Right click, delete. And there's 6.35 gigabytes available. So I'm going to extend my Ubuntu partition and use that free space. Right click, resize move. And I'm going to use the slider, use all the free space, resize. And then hit the check mark to apply. Apply. All right, it has completed. Close. Now when dual booting, it would be tedious to go into the BIOS if I want to boot between Ubuntu and Windows. GRUB is the bootloader that is installed with Ubuntu that allows you to select between operating systems. So I'll need to update it. I'm going to open up a terminal. I'm going to sudo in, put in my password, and I'm going to edit the default GRUB configuration file. And I'll use the Nano text editor. And I'm going to scroll down, going to grub timeout equals 0. I'm going to change that to 10. So there's going to be 10 seconds to select the operating system. And then scrolling down, and the next line here is grub disable OS prober. I'm going to uncomment this. And OS prober is used to detect other operating systems. Now I'm going to exit out, Control X, save, modify buffer, yes, write the file, enter. And if I run OS prober, all right, we can see it found Windows. And now I'm going to make a new grub configuration file using grub makeconfig. I'm going to output it to /boot/grub/grub.cfg. All right, and it's completed. I'm going to close, 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 and I'm going to restart my computer. All right, we can see grub comes up and we can see Ubuntu, and at the bottom there's the Windows Boot Manager. So I'm going to boot into Windows. All right, and I'm back in Windows. So that's it. That's how you can install Ubuntu 26.04 in a dual boot with Windows without using a USB drive. I hope this video has been useful, and I thank you for watching. Bye now.